The results are in, well, some of them. So who are the winners and losers from New York City's primary day, and why it could be weeks before the mayor's race is official?
It's going to be clear, cool, calm, what to expect heading into tomorrow morning.
Turning a new page, New York Live has a look inside the Brooklyn Book Bodega. This is News 4 Now for June 23rd. I'm Adam Cooperstein. And primary day is in the books, but because of ranked choice voting and uncounted absentee ballots, it could still be a long wait before an official winner is declared when it comes to the city's Democratic primary for mayor. Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams holds the lead, but didn't get above 50% of the votes. So a winner hasn't been declared yet. And the second and third place candidates, Maya Wiley and Catherine Garcia, say the ranked choice system could still give them the push they need to win. It could take weeks before we know for sure. The city will start doing ranked choice recounts next week, and they also have to count all the absentee ballots that are coming in. Meanwhile, Andrew Yang, who's in fourth place, conceded Tuesday night. On the Republican side, Guardian Angels founder Curtis Sliwa was the clear winner over the challenger, Fernando Mateo. And ranked choice voting won't be a factor in that race since there were only two candidates and Sliwa had well over 50%. In his concession speech, even Mateo says a win for him was a long shot. And in the Democratic race for city comptroller, Brad Lander leads the pack, but he doesn't have enough support to overcome ranked choice voting there. Outgoing City Council Speaker Corey Johnson trails by about 8 percentage points, and Michelle Caruso Cabrera is in third. In the Democratic race for public advocate, we have a projected winner. It appears Jumaane Williams will get to run for re-election in November. He far outpaces his nearest competitor, Anthony Herbert. And if you want to learn more about ranked choice voting, we have you covered right here at NBCNewYork.com and the NBC4 New York app. We'll also post all the latest numbers on all the primary races right here. Singer R. Kelly is now being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. He's facing trial there on federal sex trafficking charges. A judge approved R. Kelly's move to New York City from Chicago back in April. The 54-year-old faces several dozen counts of state and federal sexual misconduct charges in Illinois, Minnesota, and New York. R. Kelly denies all abuse claims and has pleaded not guilty to all the charges against him. Well, Connecticut has joined New York and New Jersey legalizing recreational marijuana. Governor Ned Lamont signed that bill on Tuesday, so now anyone 21 and up can carry 1.5 ounces of weed and keep 5 ounces secured at home. The law will also require half of the licenses that enter the cannabis market be given to black and brown entrepreneurs.
I strongly believe that if you have a bill that generates $250 to $300 million in the first several years, it's very beneficial to the community that I serve.
Local leaders can still block cannabis retailers from setting up shop in their area, something opponents of legalization intend to do. And the new law takes effect July 1st. Recreational dispensaries could open as early as May of 2022. Well, a company known for its electric scooters will now have a harder time tapping into the rideshare industry in the city. Revel has been planning to launch a new rideshare service with a fleet of Teslas, but the city's Taxi and Limousine Commission just changed a rule that could short-circuit the plan. Electric cars had been exempt from rules that limit the number of for-hire vehicles in the city, but the TLC voted Tuesday to cancel the exemption. So that means Revel will be subject to the same license limits as the other companies. When it comes to our weather, Maria, what a difference a day makes.
It's about as different a day as you can get compared to yesterday. The humidity is gone, the heat's gone, the rain is gone, the clouds are gone. In fact, a really beautiful evening ahead. Temperatures staying in the 70s through the dinner time and late evening. Sunset tonight about 8:31, and we'll see clear skies straight through midnight as temperatures stay cool and comfortably so at round about 66 degrees by midnight. We're going to see temperatures drop to about 60 in the city, slightly below average north and west, so still some 40s to wake up to tomorrow. Monticello at 46, Poughkeepsie waking up to 50. We'll be into the mid and upper 50s for Long Island, Islip and Eastport included. Merrick Wright around 60 degrees. Winds are light today, generally out of the west, northwest, some southerly flow, and then eventually turning to the east. By tomorrow morning, this will be more important as we get into Friday as the clouds come back.
Well, they have distributed more than 40,000 books, and New York Live is with the Brooklyn Book Bodega, starting a new chapter post-pandemic.
Studies have shown that kids who love to read typically do better in school and in life. So today we're meeting with an organization that's putting more books into kids' hands and homes.
So we're a nonprofit dedicated to making sure that all kids have access to books that they want to read.
Brooklyn Book Bodega is a collection hub for books that relies entirely on community support, whether that's through donations, volunteering, or book drives.
So we're at our facility today, and what we do is we accept donations at different drop sites around the city. And the idea is that the community, as they're going through their personal libraries, they can drop those books off into these drop sites. Those books actually then end up here at the Navy Yard where we are, and we process that inventory.
How many books have you distributed?
During the pandemic, we've distributed 40,000 books. We were also partnering with many food pantries that were distributing food and hygiene items. So feeding the mind, feeding the belly, it's all equally important.
Now, both of you talk about Brooklyn being considered a book desert, even though there's so many resources here and there's so much wealth. What is that exactly, and why do you say that?
Brooklyn is really diverse and can be really stratified socioeconomically. And so there are areas that are book deserts, and there are areas where there's bookshops like every couple streets. And we for sure want to get books into those communities and into those homes.
This is a throwback. Another thing I really want to highlight is the fact that you provide a wide range of books for kids, and it's an opportunity for them to read books that feature characters that look like themselves.
So what we do here is we make sure that as we package books for partners, that we're providing a wide variety of books in those packages so that kids have choice and can see themselves in the books, and also can learn about other people and other communities and other places that maybe they someday could travel to or learn about.
And I
right?
think you guys call it windows and mirrors.
Yeah, windows
which
and
I
mirrors.
love. A window into another person's life, into another person's culture, and a mirror that reflects yourself, which is so important to our identity and our sense of well-being.
Yep.
Well, Seema and Rebecca, thank you so much for having us here, as well as for everything you do for the community.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
They say a dog can always find its way home, but Chunk the Golden Retriever needed a little help to make that happen. He was last seen more than 2 weeks ago at the Jersey Shore, but yesterday he was spotted swimming in the water in Barnegat Bay after quite an adventure. After 16 days searching through the woods and swamps at the Jersey Shore, Jim and Marie Zangara are relieved to be reunited with their beloved dog, Chunk.
Just so amazing to see him again after over 2 weeks. I still get choked up thinking about it.
The 3-year-old Golden Retriever went missing during a routine game of fetch.
And I said, "Come here, Chunk." And he had the toy in his mouth, turned around and booked, and for no reason.
For 2 weeks, the Zangaras and their other dog, Riley, tried everything to bring Chunk home. They set traps and feeding stations. They trudged through marshland, but nothing worked.
I wouldn't lose hope in front of her, but I was like, for over a week you didn't see her. I mean, not even a something.
Then, this morning, 2 New Jersey state troopers responded to a call about a dog swimming in Barnegat Bay.
He was definitely scared. I'd say he was definitely nervous.
The troopers rescued Chunk near the Mantaloking Bridge, miles away from where he disappeared.
That's what we're here for.
The Zangaras say Chunk lost 20 pounds during his 2-week adventure, and while he was still wet and a bit nervous for the reunion, they're just thankful he's healthy.
It's just like a dream it's like a Hollywood movie.
Chunk's owners say they're now planning to get a GPS tracker so that doesn't happen again. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.